Hello out there. My name is Felix Okeke. I am your marriage counselor and coach, and this is Marriage Without Tears channel. Last week we discussed oral sex. This week we are looking at the subject of the most sensitive spots on the woman, the 12 most sensitive spots on the woman. As a man, you need to understand that so that you can, elicit that, so that you can ignite those places for maximum sexual pleasure. That is why you need to understand that. Those are called erogenous zones. Those are the places with abundant nerve endings that when you touch it, they not only thicken, but they also swell a little bit, and they become very exciting on the body of the woman. They become exciting to the woman. So as a man, you need to understand that. You also need to understand that sex is not just about your penis being inside the vagina. Sex is about getting hold of the woman's psyche, because the most important organ, the most important sexual organ on the woman is not actually her vagina, it is her brains. You need to understand how to get to her brains and be able to convince her that you appreciate her body, that you appreciate who she is, that you honor her. That is the only way she can release herself to you wholesomely. So you need to understand that. The reason why we are doing this is for you to understand very well that when you are with your woman, you have to express yourself fully in order for both of you to experience maximum sexual pleasure. So what are the 12 most erogenous zones, the 12 most sensitive spots on the woman? I would like to start from the head. The head is an entire, is a wonderful place. If you know how to run your hand on the hair of a woman during the process of lovemaking, it is very exciting to her indeed. Know how to run your hand on her hair, how to put your hand under her hair and run it, within her hair is a very wonderful thing. Of course, her earlobes is very, very important. Need to know how to kiss it with gentleness, with your tongue. Tickle your earlobes is a wonderful place. Of course, her lips is another wonderful place. Her lips, her tongue, and everything pertaining to her mouth. Those are erogenous zones. Those are wonderful places to tickle her in the process of lovemaking. Even a kiss on her forehead is a wonderful thing indeed. I want you to know how to, how to do that with her head. Her head is very, very important. And of course, talking about her head, her temples, the places under her temple, down to her neck, those are sensitive areas that a man needs to know how to caress with the tongue. You know how to caress it with your tongue, with your hands, with your mouth, with your lips. Her neck is a wonderful area to actually caress. And then moving down a little bit, her armpit is an awesome place. Both armpits are a wonderful place, and if you know how to tickle those armpits with your tongue, it's wonderful indeed. And I also want to advise a woman that when you are about to go into lovemaking, make sure that you are very clean, so that as the man is tickling the armpit with his tongue, he doesn't perceive an offensive odor. So the armpit is very, very important, that if you tickle it, it gives her maximum sexual pleasure. Then, of course, her hands, going to her hands, the inside of her elbow, that is an awesome place. You need to know how to, tickle that place with your tongue in the process of love making. And then I return to her main body, her breast. And when we're talking about her breast, essentially her nipples. Even as you are busy sucking those nipples, suck it gently. And of course, while you are sucking one nipple with your mouth, gently, you need to also be caressing the other nipple with your hand gently also. It's not something that you do with a lot of strength. It's a gentle place, so you need to do it gently. Very, very important indeed. And when you transfer to the other nipple, you also need to continue caressing the other nipple with your hands, very gentle caressing. And then you come down a little bit from the nipple. Under her nipples are all erogenous zones. Those are wonderful places to tickle. And then you move down to her belly region, her navel. Her navel is a very important place. As a man, you need to use your tongue to run around her navel. No sucking, just running around. And as you tickle her navel, you go to the sides of her stomach. Those are wonderful areas to tickle. Those are excellent places, excellent spots on the part of a woman. As you are doing that, you can turn her a little bit over. Turn her, let her lie on her belly while you tickle the back of her behind, that place, her lower back, just before the buttocks. where the buttock starts, her lower back. Use your tongue to tickle that area. It will get her very, very excited indeed. And as you are busy doing that, I want you also to look at the red button by my side. Click on it and get subscribed, because this is a channel that is built and meant for adult couples who actually want to make a difference in their marital life. This is your channel. And then we move further. As we come upon her legs, the most important, the wonderful place upon her legs is the inside of her thighs. The inside of her thighs. Use your tongue on the inside of her thighs. Both thighs, those places are highly sensitive. Those places are highly wonderful. As you're tickling the inside of her thighs, the woman is groaning in sexual pleasure. And then you take it down to her feet. The back of her knee. That's an excellent place. As you are doing that, just use your tongue to romance, to caress the inside of her knee. Those are places, those are wonderful spots. And as you are doing that, use your tongue also to come down a little bit, down to her laps. Those are important sexual, erogenous zones. Very, very important indeed. And then we now finally come to the main place, which is actually her vagina. It's an entirely wonderful place to actually tickle. There are so many places to tickle on the vagina, from the pubic region down to the in between her thighs. Those are awesome places. And then you take it from between her thighs down to the hood of the vagina. The mouth of the vagina, the fabula majora, is a wonderful place. And then you go to the inside of the vagina. You can tickle with your hands. But if you are using your hands, please make sure, like I always say, that your fingers are well trimmed, that you have well trimmed fingers. If your fingers are not trimmed, please, it can hurt the woman. Make sure that your fingers are trimmed and that they are very, very clean. It must not contain any kind of dirt. So use it to tickle the woman, and then finally you come upon the clitoris, which is actually the most exciting place to tickle. You must use your tongue, you must use your mouth, you must do whatever is needed to get her highly excited. If you can dwell on the clitoris for the next 5 minutes or 7 minutes, you will see that your woman is on fire and is ready for sex. She will actually be pulling you to herself to mount up. And if you can do this, that is what foreplay is all about. That is what it means to get a woman ready for sex. You don't just jump on a woman and begin to have, no. Do all these things and you have completed foreplay. The woman will be, all these things are mentioned from the head to the toe, can take you close to 10-15 minutes, and then the woman is fully warmed up for sex. And finally, when you want to insert your penis into her vagina, don't just do it straight away. No. Just use the glands, the tip of your penis, to tickle that very particular hood. Tickle it. Use your, as you are doing it, you come to the mouth of the, use your penis to run around the mouth of her vagina, and then you go in gently. When you do that, you get your woman to the height of sexual pleasure. And eventually, if after ejaculation you discover that she's yet to enter into orgasm, then you can continue the process we have just mentioned, and before you know it, that woman will also come onto orgasm. Because really, sex is not complete until orgasm occurs. That is what I believe. And I know that you, as the man that is enjoying orgasm, you also need to make your woman to enjoy it. And before you check out of this particular channel, please look at this red button by my side. Click on it, get subscribed, be part of this channel. I actually want you to be part of this channel. And if there are things I said or things that you desire me to cover that I'm here to cover, please give me a comment down below. Just give me a comment. It will be my pleasure to handle that subject. Today we discuss on the erogenous zones of a woman. By next week, I would also like us to look at the most sensitive spots upon a man which a woman needs to touch. I pray that from now henceforth, your marriage and your sexual life will become totally different, positively different, to the glory of God. Because it just simply have to be. The joy of marriage must be fulfilled in your own marriage. I thank you for taking our time to watch this edition, and I look forward to seeing you next week. Have a wonderful time.